we've been given the gift of the greatest performing asset the world has ever been given. That's not just Bitcoin, it's the crypto complex. If you're very careful in investing in like top projects, you can even have a broader diversified portfolio of that. Like you've had Ethereum, Bitcoin, Solana, SUI, all of these things, great. They will definitely outperform for a period of time. And that's based on macroeconomic factors, which is the debasement of currency, which we've talked about. Bitcoin, for example, produces since 2012, it's produced about 145% a year returns. So that's 10x the stock market. And that's including 3 70% drawdowns in the middle of it.
A drawdown being a drop.
Yeah. Well, you feel like you've made the biggest mistake in your life, and it recovers and it keeps going because it's a technological network adoption model that's happening. So it's just sucking in more and more people. So there's now 650 million crypto brokerage accounts in the world, which is more than all the stock market brokerage accounts added together in the world. And we're seeing it all around the world because everybody can buy a share of something. So as opposed to being able to buy, nobody can buy a Fifth Avenue apartment here. Everybody can buy a fractionalized share of Bitcoin, which is, in theory, a $100,000 asset. But we can all put in $10, $5, $1,000, $10 billion.
Raoul Pal believes SUI has the potential to be a top 5 cryptocurrency in the coming year despite a mixed first half. After peaking earlier in the year, SUI struggled in the first quarter with heavy losses but managed to recover with solid gains in the second quarter. Paul expects the price to consolidate below a key level before a potential bullish breakout if Bitcoin reaches a new all-time high. He remains confident that SUI will outperform and secure a spot among the top 5 digital assets in this cycle. According to CoinGecko, if SUI were to reach Solana's market cap, its valuation could see a significant jump. Although SUI has underperformed Solana since May, Paul believes it could rebound strongly if the SUI to Solana ratio holds critical support, opening the door for a large rally. He stresses that this is why Solana and SUI are set to shine in the next phase of the market. Before moving forward, viewers are encouraged to subscribe and stay updated with the latest crypto events and news.
I do think that investing versus saving is misunderstood, to go back to your original question. I think investing is much more important. I made the mistake of being a saver when I was young because, the fear that, all of that stuff meant I was super risk averse. And I was an investment banker. I was investing, but I didn't. So I made money from being in that industry. So I'm like, I'm just going to hoard cash. I did worse for doing that. And then once we saw the banking system fail, I'm like, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm going to take control of my own finances. So the same is true of a business. If they're generating cash, they shouldn't be sitting on a massively large amount of cash, but some liquid investments, I think, massively help because you're going to make your cash grow for you and your shareholders. And that's important. But don't let go of your liquidity because when you really need it and you don't have cash, that's the worst thing in the world, particularly when you've saved the money.
September is shaping up to be a pivotal month for the crypto industry, especially for Solana. With the market anticipating interest rate cuts and the upcoming FOMC meeting, the Solana community is also awaiting potential ETF approval by mid-October. If the SEC gives the green light, it could mark a milestone, attracting significant institutional capital. After breaking above key resistance levels, Solana's next major price target is being set higher, while projects like Bitcoin Hyper and Solana-based trading bots are also generating strong interest. Analysts point out that ETF approvals, favorable macroeconomic conditions, and chart breakouts could fuel Solana's rally, with $300 seen as a realistic target. Alongside this, Raoul Pal has suggested that Ethereum may eventually overtake Bitcoin, while Solana could even eclipse both, with SUI also positioned to grow strongly thanks to rapid adoption. This view follows the S-curve model of blockchain growth, which argues that newer networks still have much more room to expand relative to their size. Analysts like Chris Bernisk have also noted that Solana pairs against both Ethereum and Bitcoin continue to show strength, and this trend may accelerate as sentiment shift. While Solana and other altcoins prepare for potential upside, Bitcoin remains under pressure. Its price has dipped recently, facing selling pressure from long-term holders whose decade-old holdings require billions in new capital to absorb. Raoul Pal emphasizes that Bitcoin's price is tied closely to global liquidity, particularly the money supply. He notes that most of Bitcoin's long-term price movements can be explained by changes in global M2 liquidity, with the cryptocurrency generally reacting to these cycles with a short lag. This means Bitcoin should be seen less as a speculative play and more as a macroeconomic asset that reflects global financial conditions. According to Pal, as liquidity expands, Bitcoin is set for significant gains in 2025, making the coming year one of its strongest cycles yet. However, in the short term, analysts like Michael van de Poppy warn that Bitcoin must hold above critical support levels or risk deeper corrections. Recent trading data shows declines in both volume and open interest, suggesting weaker near-term demand. Even so, the long-term case remains intact, and many see the next liquidity expansion as the trigger for Bitcoin's next major bull run.